Hey, what's going on, you Brazilian bumblebees? Today, we are doing a highly requested video, a class setup video. This is, every single comment or every single video has a comment saying like, yo, show me some class setups. Let me know what you use, what the pros use. And as per usual, as per any game, right? Most pros are going to be running the same exact thing. So, unfortunately, if you guys have seen any other pros videos on this, you're probably going to be seeing the same thing here with maybe minor differences. So, anyways, let's get this started. I'm going to run through basically in order how I have my classes set up. So, a little pro tip. If you're a sub player, right? Your first 5 slots should be all subs. And likewise, like vice versa, if you're an AR player, your first 5 slots should probably be your most used classes. So without further ado, let's get this started. I sort of label these just right now before this video. Usually in the back of my head, I know exactly which class is which, so I can switch it really easy in game. Infantry, hunkered. This FG has quick draw, so I think that the red dot and grip are pretty much very essential on the FG. I think the third attachment, which is right here, quick draw, you either use quick draw or you use long barrel. And I would say that this is very dependent on the map and also on each individual hill. So maybe on a map like Arden's Forest, I think you're gonna see me using long barrel on the first hill and maybe quick draw on the last hill, because you're not really gonna get in that many super long range gunfights on that last hill, and you're not gonna get in any close range gunfights on the first hill. And then I also have my machine pistol, as you guys can see, and this is kind of like a recent development. I think that it's better to run long barrel on the machine pistol because on an AR class, you might get someone really weak, you might get someone really one shot, and I think that the FG, right, is so good that you should barely ever use your machine pistol in any sort of situation. The only time when you should use this pistol is if you get someone so weak that you can just pull it out and finish the kill, or maybe you're completely fucked and you can't reload. You don't have time to reload, so you have to pull out this pistol, right? But I think if you're ever in the situation where you can reload your FG, that you should always use your FG. So basically, my whole thought process was for picking long barrel over extended mag. A lot of people use extended mag. It's just purely like, getting that one or 2 bullets off on a player who's weak. I would never use this for someone who is full health. So a lot like extended mag on this pistol, you can like pretty much, it's like a mini sub. You can get kills. It's not, I don't know. I hope I explained that well. It's like a very minimal thing. I really don't think it makes that big of a difference, but that's just how I feel. I feel like my aim is good enough where if I need to land two or 3 bullets out of 10, I can pretty much do that. So I use Semtex in hardpoint. Don't really use nades. I think now, especially with hunkered being like in the game, it's really almost pointless to throw nades unless you're like a long range hill and you need to bounce nades around corners or something like that. But it just takes too long to throw nades, and it's very short to throw a Semtex. So next class, same exact thing, just with long barrel. Well, advanced rifling instead of quick draw. And then this right here, these are basically my S&D CTF classes. These 2. Long barrel, same exact setup, guys. Long barrel. If for S&D, I might switch the Semtex to like a grenade or a stun, but that's all like right before the match. Yeah, so quick draw, long barrel, FGs. This right here it's like the loud. This, like, for example, on the last hill of Arden's Forest, the 4th, 5th hill, I don't know what it is. It's basically like a nade fest, and if you're gonna get in that hill, you are going to get one shot from a nade. So might as well try to pull that out on the last hill. So that one nade that might kill you, if you have hunkered on, you might survive it during armored, and that might make like a huge difference. It might make all the difference. Any class for an AR in this setup video that has anything other than infantry, so basically stock. As long as I don't have stock, I will be using scoped. So scoped is just basically like a not as good version of infantry. And right here, should do this long barrel, long barrel. So FG S&D, use this in S&D a lot. If I switch anything up, I would switch. Actually, no. I honestly, these 4 classes, in my like 3 through what 6, 3 through 7, whatever. These are all my S&D classes. Like I would use these for S&D. Even this class right here, the anti-stun class, because people actually do stun a lot in S&D. And I might throw inconspicuous on this, but you know, there's a lot of maps where if you just get numbers, a clutch situation it never really comes down to a clutch situation, especially realizing this at the event. You know, maybe if you're in a 2v1 and the other guy's mountain and you guys don't, then it's kind of a disadvantage, but just as long as you trade that kill if one of your teammates dies, it's very important. So FGS&D is the same exact thing as the armored, just different division. Next, my PPSH classes. I think honestly, after a couple debates and stuff like that, you might see me using a sub a lot more. I know my FG is strong, but I feel like, you know, pressure in this game, it's getting to the point in this game where pressure is a lot more important than a high KD ratio, and you know, just stuff like that. So basically how it's like this in every single Call of Duty. The first 2 months, basically people don't really know what they're doing, so a lot of the teams that are good or win, just they sit on their L triggers more than, you know, the team that's losing. And I think that comes down to just people not really knowing what they're doing. So if you're L triggering, you are less likely to make a mistake. So I think this game is eventually going to become a 3-sub game, especially if, and hopefully they nerf the FG. That's just, you know, everyone's prayers at this point. But these 2 are my hardpoint classes. PPSH with Semtex, same thing, same class, but with stuns. Something that I will say about the PPSH is that online grip is definitely better, but on LAN, it's up for debate. I think that on LAN, I might test it out more, that, you know, quick draw long barrel. You just get crazy kills with this. Granted, you get more recoil. So you will end up getting more recoil on this, but especially like it's very difficult to, you know, shoot people at distance without grip on when they're on a head glitch. But if you use this and you get that random recoil where you have no recoil, it's insane. So more testing to do, but I would say for online play, use quick draw grip. PPSH S&D classes, mainly going to be using these on like maps like Texas and maybe London. But yeah, so airborne inconspicuous. So fast class, silent class, gonna get naded or stunned. I would switch between a nade, Semtex, stun on these, and you know, just mix that up depending on the map, depending on the team we play. It's just all basically like this lethal slot right here would be so dependent on what the other team uses. And then same thing here, completely silent, can't really get naded, but I'm slow. So that's just the difference right here. So these 2 classes right here are also very map dependent. Depends on how, like, the smaller the map, the more likely I am to use this class, because you can't really sound whore all that well. Inconspicuous, when you sprint, you're loud as shit. So this is sort of like a walking around class, you know, a sort of passive aggressive sub. And this is just, you know, I have the freedom to do whatever I want. I'm just not fast. So a couple trade-offs there. Also, last thing, you guys see my machine pistols might have extended mag. Again, not too sure about extended versus long barrel. Just trying stuff out, see where it goes. So those were my classes, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know it's a short little video for today, but hopefully that's all well. They just added duo play to ranked, so I'm going to be playing with a lot of other pros. maybe I'll, start up a series with Seth, and because I know you guys have been enjoying his videos, his rank play videos, as well as mine. So I think that would be a great little collab right there. But other than that, guys, thank you guys for watching. Optic Team Scrims starting today. Not too sure about what our holiday schedule is going to be like, but at this point we are very pissed off with our individual performance, and I think it's time for all of us to step it up. So with other than that, guys, thank you guys for watching. Please like this video, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.